Peace, family. This is your boy Juro. It is Sunday. It's 9 in the morning, 9:18 to be precise, here in Hawaii. So for those who are on the East Coast, it is 1:18 in the afternoon, and I hope that you are well. First and foremost, all media streamed are streamed through YouTube Music by way of the Fair Use and Share Act. All entitlements are for the artist, distributor, as well as label. All gratuities go to the artist and those who distribute. This is used for educational purposes and no profit is of mine. Now that I got that out the way, so some of y'all have been watching what's been going on in regards to the weather. Not to add more to what's going on in the town near you, in the city near you, in the state near you, worldwide. And I'll tell you what, family, now is more about appreciating the now and treasuring what has value to you. So I looked on the news and I saw that there was hurricane coming up the Gulf Coast, and if you're there, I hope that you are safe, you're well, take care of yourself and those who matter most. Now, with that being said, I know that you probably have also seen that for myself here in Hawaii, we have Hurricane Douglas that has us as an island in its sight, like a bowling ball aiming at pins. And depending on how this is going to play out, it should come our way. They're projecting it'll be Sunday, Monday morning-ish, so overnight. But all things are going to happen as it should, so I'm not worried. I am going to be responsible, but what can you do but prepare, right? So it's kind of bittersweet because yesterday I attempted to venture out to find Waikiki, which Waikiki is not even less than 30-minute commute, give or take, with traffic. Because traffic is something here. It is. You definitely going to have some patience. And for those who are used to living near a major city, you know how rush hour is. Now imagine that with the speed limit of 55. It's gonna require some temperance because you're gonna have people that just driving the drivers because they're caught up in the awe of where they are here. It's paradise. But you know what, family? What's been going on this past week? Started my new occupation. I'm in the process of getting indoctrinated there. And in the process, I'm actually searching for uh, the residence that I'm going to have for the next year. And then, God willing, I'll be buying a house here. So I've been trying to be very methodical, trying to learn the roadways, the highway system here. There's only three major highways that encompass the island: Highway 1, 2, and 3. But you have a lot of exits and inlets and stuff that take you where you need to be on that island. So I'm learning that, and definitely trying to be patient about it because I know Rome wasn't built in a day. But in the same breath, this is new for me because this is the first time I'm like actually seeing things. Now, I say that because the first thing that I realized when I got here was a lot of what is promoted in regards to the island life, as well as what is reality. And there was a lot of disparities that for those that are back in the mainland, CONUS, you don't see that. You don't see all aspects, or there is not full transparency. And I can tell you right off the bat, family, two things. Number one, if you wanted a example of social gentrification, why is here? This is a prime example because cash is king here, and I'm not saying that with disrespect, but you can see where those who are in the driver's seat of planning, zoning, and you can see also that if you do not have a means to feed your family, a you know a good job, you're gonna be hurting. So it is really, for what I've seen, like everywhere else. You have the haves and you have the have-nots. Yes, the military presence is strong here. All branches are represented here. So, and they're strategically placed throughout the island. So, but I also let me back up. Even as a little boy, I've always had this perspective of a child with the eyes wide like diamonds, and I've always wanted to know what it was like to see things unbiasedly. And I can tell you what, fam, the island is tranquil, but it's very strategic too. And I'm gonna tell you what, family, I'll just say this. As you know, the Most High has prescribed. He makes a way when there is no way. So I see why traditions, family is uh, very, very paramount. It is very held high here because, you know, economically, unless you have you got a degree or a good job that has benefits and support, you're going to struggle. You are going to struggle. And then on the flip side, I can kind of see, I understand with all empathy why folks that are born and raised here may feel a certain kind of way when someone comes from somewhere else and they're able to partake in what is their reality. So I do understand that, you know. But I'm grateful. I am very grateful to be here, and I won't ignore the fact that excluding my opportunity, my work opportunity. If I peel back the onion, I know there's a reason why why God brought me here. He brought me here to do something specific that will make a difference. And I'm patient, and I know it will be revealed in the intended time. Now, unfortunately, I went down to Waikiki, drove down there, parked, and in my mind, the the imagery that's projected that you see all the time, on the game shows, the movies, such and such, it's not that way. And that's with any major location that has something of significance or a landmark of some sort, right? So I filmed all this footage on my cell phone as because I found the main park that's down in Waikiki, and I walked, and I think I collectively walked maybe 5 to 7 miles as I'm taking in the main drag, and I'm just looking around and you know taking in these sacred steps because I've never been there. So I'm humbled because I'm here. I'm here. You realize how many times have you heard somebody say, "Well, you know what? One of my dreams is I want to go to Hawaii for a vacation." And they work their whole life, and it may happen. A lot of times it doesn't, but it's always that goal, right? So as I'm walking, taking in, you know, walking down the main drags, I'm trying to find my way to the actual beach per se that you always see in the postcards, the commercials, and movies and stuff. And the first thing that I noticed was just like in any major beach area, those hotels uh, have that beach area behind their property, and they don't kind of frown on you, but their position is more or less, well, we have sovereignty over here, and if you're not a if you're not a if you don't have a room here, we don't want you really coming through there. I understood that. But then, as I made my way, um, I can tell you for those who are in the military, if you're thinking about coming to Hawaii for vacation, um, MWR has a major hotel down in Waikiki called the Halakoa. And I can tell you, it is huge. I wouldn't be surprised this hotel has well over 600 rooms. I mean, it is huge. I think that hotel takes up maybe a good 6 city blocks in size. I mean, it's very, very large. And so I'm walking, and I stopped and I asked the gentleman if I was going in the right direction because, like I said, you see the imagery of what's portrayed in media about Hawaii 5-0, Magnum PI. There's certain key landmarks that are always in the shot. So as I'm walking, um, taking it in, I can tell you, um, the Hilton has a beautiful statue right on the footprint of their property of the traditional Hawaiian dance. I mean, it's a huge statue, and I don't know what I did with that footage. I tried to transfer it here on my laptop from my phone. I did something wrong, but nonetheless, Let me throw this disclaimer out right off the bat. I thank you for being patient. You won't be disappointed. Because as you know, everywhere I go, when there's an opportunity to present itself that I can share what I see to you in real time, guess what? You know I'm gonna do it. You know I'm gonna do it, right? Why? Because you deserve it. Why wouldn't you? Each one teach one. So as I made my way uh, past the Hilton, I'm walking and the road, because the road contours with the beach line, right? But as I mentioned, you have a lot of hotels that have sovereignty of their portion of the beach, and they don't want you to. If you're not a, you don't have reservations, they don't want you walking through there. And I'm like, okay, all right. Plus, um, when I got access, they only had like a smaller boardwalk, maybe 2, 3 blocks in different portions. And I had on my damn, had my running shoes on, and I didn't want sand in my shoes. I know that sounds bougie. I didn't want that. I've got beach shoes here. I made sure I brought them with me. Got a couple types. So long story short, I plan on uh, next week making another run down down there, and I'll be more prepared. And I'm going to shoot some more video. I was able to find that historical shot that you see where they're in front of the statue of Duke. Duke it was a legendary surf champion here in Hawaii. So they commemorated a statue in Waikiki right in front of the beach. And I was able to get all that footage of that whole transition of me leaving the Manalo Park to Waikiki and I walked through. And, but I was also mindful too because nobody wants to be the creepy guy with the cell phone, like because people are out there sunning and stuff, and we live in this is 2020. You got people out there that are unsavory. You know what I'm saying? And funny thing, while I was walking through, I could have sworn I saw WWE legend and action actor Dave Batista out there with his daughter. I'm pretty sure that was him, but he was like a good 100. I don't even say less than 100 feet away from me, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to disturb him. You know, first of all, I didn't want to disturb him. He's a big dude. God, he's a big dude, and and because I noticed the tattoos. I'm a cornball. No, I've always been a diehard wrestling fan back from the NWA days, and to watch his career take off, and from WWE, Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's done other projects, and he's doing this thing like a lot of the professional wrestlers have done, including Dwayne Johnson, known as The Rock. Everybody knows who the Rock is. He is the action guy. You know, he's doing his damn thing. But so as I was walking through, I got to a point and I stopped because I said, well, I know I had walked about maybe it felt like a good. I would not be surprised if it's maybe 5.5 to 7 miles. And I'm like, well, you got to walk back to where the Jeep is, back at the park. So, and then again, I'm taking all this in real time. So what I may have prescribed as 5 miles could have been only 3.5. It was a good distance. It was a very good distance. But The other thing that I noticed, speaking on that, was the attitude that a lot of the the beachgoers had, because I didn't see I didn't see no mask being worn. I didn't see none. Only ones I saw were like some of the tourists walking, and then you could see those that you knew, oh, you're in the military. You know, you could tell. You stand out, you know, including myself. And but everybody that was homegrown for the most part, nah, they was enjoying the sunshine, like Roy Ayers. Everybody loving the sunshine. Bum ba dum, bum ba dum. That's what it was. So, you know, that was my scratch my head moment, because I'm like, I mean, as far as I can see, I'm nobody had masks on. But to each his own, because today's Sunday now, and everybody knows in the wee hours, Hurricane Douglas is supposed to come straight our way. So, you know, I'm going to continue to stay prayed up and hope that whatever transpires, I am protected and spared. But he brought me here for a reason. So, you know, not to sound humdrum or morbid. But so now, like I said, I'm in the process of trying to find a residence, you know, because I'm going to hold it down. I'm going to hold that down for the next year. And then after that, I will buy, because it is beneficial to buy a house than rent one, because you are paying the rent. Your rent will be somebody's mortgage for sure. Because we're talking 25 to 4,000, depending on what you really like. So, like for those in the East Coast, you know, a house that may run $650,000 is going to run $1.5 million here. So, not anybody can just come over here and say, I'm going to set up shop. A gallon of milk is $5. So, being frugal and being strategic with your bills, with your money, straight. But I will say this though, Queen, you would be proud, because the female populace are doing the damn thing over here. A lot of the female population are business owners. They're movers and shakers. They're doing their damn thing. And I will say with the guys, you know, those that have their head on straight, they out there getting it. But just to to give credit, I've been watching these videos from this YouTuber named Hawaii Mommy, and I've been looking at her stuff and educating myself in the culture over here, which has been very, very informative. You know, because once again, if you're not from here, you're not going to know what here's about. You know, and she's been breaking it down. So shout out to her. You know, but my goal, long term, fam, is I want to learn. First of all, I'm going to embrace the culture. That's just respect. Number two, I want to learn the language. You know, because uh, they speak pidgin. They're kind of like a Filipino pidgin over here, as as well as the traditional Hawaiian phonetics. So I'm determined to break it down and learn. You know, it's no different as, you know, it's like a stranger being invited in your house. You respect their customs and courtesies. So I look forward to embracing that because guess what? That makes you more wise, no doing it. So how y'all been? Been doing okay? I ain't forgot about y'all. Kind of disappointed because I did have about maybe 20, well over 20 minutes of footage, you know, and I was fiddling with my darn, my phone trying to sync it to my laptop, and I don't know what I did, but you know what? I already, because, God's the ultimate community. I know what's going to happen. This is going to be finished, and guess what? All that footage and everything from my phone will be synced in this laptop. Now, I'm going to speak this into existence. I am going to revamp both my channels here, and you're going to watch me transform mind, body, and spirit, especially body. I already know that. 'Cause your boy didn't put on a little bit of poundage. I gotta get back to my true self. You know what I'm saying? I'm all struggle, but it took 26 years to get to this point. I used to be a big guy, but I'm determined to. You'll see. I can show you better than I can tell you. But another thing is, I plan on investing in my channel both on a technological side because what I wish to show you is going to require those tools to be administered. So I'm excited. I'm excited, and I hope you guys continue to support me as well as continue communicate. You got questions, concerns? You better hit me up. You can inbox me below, or if it's just you want to show some love, drop some. Give me, of course, throw those thumbs up. And we're gonna grow together. And then once I get established, I want to have some giveaways. Yeah, you didn't think I was gonna do that? Real, come on, because I want to be sending. I want to send y'all some stuff. You know, give you a sprinkle for Hawaii and stuff like that. That's the least I can do. But that requires your participation too. And so when it's time for me to have those giveaways, you'll know. You'll definitely know. But I think I've said enough for the time being. I'm doing well. The quarantine went by quick, and now I'm in the phase of venturing out, one step at a time, 1 mile at a time. I'm going to embrace it all. Because unfortunately, family, not to be winded, I'm going to bring this home. My intent yesterday was to commemorate me being here. I was going to go to Diamond Head and trek it. And it's like a 2.5 mile trail. And I was going to film that whole experience. But because, you know, um, they the governor had already shut down all parks and stuff like that. So, can't do anything until next week. So that's going to be on my to-do list next weekend if uh, if it's accessible, depending on the effects of the hurricane too. So that's all I got for now. Look forward to, man, I got so much I'm going to show y'all because it it comes from my heart and you deserve it because you're loved. So you guys pray for me. Pray that this hurricane will pass. And I will reach out and let you guys know the aftermath, so you guys know I'm okay. So so that will sum everything up for now. I'll be flapping these soup coolers. Guys praying for you. You know I am. I see your worth. And for that, it helps me discern mine. To claim your future, you must ground your feet. And to ground your feet, you must acknowledge your foundation. Because your foundation is found within. Why? Because you're blessed. Peace.